What's going on? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on, bro? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm changing the title and doing the description for the video and stuff like that. Rick Williams. Mike Santana. I think I'm going to put that in the title too. It's going to be about Fade to Black, which is airing tonight on. Will be on the TNA app tonight, and Fade to Black. It's going to be about Trick Williams versus Mike Santana at their match at Bound for Glory. I'm going to kind of be doing a watch along to Fade to Black. Oh, there we go. Hey, if you're new to the stream, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. What's your channel about? Or you don't have a channel? Let's see. Well, you got 4 videos. You got 4 videos on your channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. How y'all doing tonight? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. How are y'all doing tonight? Let's see. Content. Studios. Short live. How are y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing? Whoop whoop. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? JCW, Gigolo Championship Wrestling. You're always coming in the channel. You're always coming during my streams. Or people from JCW are always coming during my streams. Open. And go to channel. I see your video called A Guide to Watching Gigolo Championship Wrestling. How about uploading some more videos? That would be a good way to guide. Welcome to the channel. How you doing tonight? What's going on? How y'all doing tonight? What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the channel. How you doing tonight? Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And tell me what's on your mind. Fade to Black's coming on tonight. What you doing?
Just looking at TV. What you doing?
Streaming. I just started. I just started. I've been live for like 13 minutes.
Okay. I'm in pain tonight.
That sucks.
Yeah. I left my leave at home. Um,
Welcome to the stream. How you doing? What's on your mind? Yep. TNA's doing another produced show. They don't have a live show until um let me see when their live show is. Google. I don't want to do that either. Open up another tab. TNAWrestling.com. They don't have a live show until the 13th, November the 13th.
um,
Until then, everything's going to be about what happened at Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory TNA World Championship. Trick Williams versus Mike Santana escaped the presentation during Fade to Black. Tonight, 8 p.m., 7 Central. Thank you for the hearts. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. Is that you, Adelia? Adelia?
uh-uh.
Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Uh, Today was brutal.
Uh, uh-huh.
What's up? What's up? How you doing tonight? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Tonight's going to be basically another recap show. TNA Bound for Glory, TNA Wrestling, TNA World Championship, Trick Williams versus Mike Santana, Fade to Black. Kind of like their Slammiversary Fade to Black, but this is going to be all about the main event of Bound for Glory, Fade to Black. Like a documentary series type show. TNA doesn't go live again until November 13th. November 13th, TNA will go live. Hopefully by November 13th they have a new TV deal. Hopefully they're on a major network by November the 13th. Although the TNA president said the new TV deal um would take place in 2016 in 2016. So they might just announce it sometime during the live episode November the 13th. I mean, on November the 14th is Turning Point. That seems like a great name for a show that announces the turning point of the company, where they announce a TV deal, and calling that Turning Point seems to make sense. I know Turning Point's been around for a while, but the show being Turning Point, it would make sense for them to announce it at Turning Point. Because it would be a hellacious turning point in the company. What's your big plans, Adele? Yeah.
No plans. I went with the later down, and I got my legs up because they're hurting. I'm just gonna sit here and look at TV for a while.
How many watch hours did I get the other night? Was it 7?
It's like a little over 9, I think.
9. Wow. Maybe I can beat that tonight. Let's see. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. How you doing? TNA Wrestling Bound for Glory. Mike Santana versus Trick Williams. Fade to black tonight on as the Impact episode, a documentary series about Trick Williams versus Mike Santana at Bound for Glory. That's what's going to be on tonight. Did you watch Bound for Glory? Yeah, Bound for Glory was sick, man. It was a great show. I know a lot of people don't like these recap shows, but if you're trying to make the point that Bound for Glory is the biggest show of the year, I think it's a good idea to slow things down and say, hey, look, this is what happened at Bound for Glory, and it really meant something. I think it's a great way to say Bound for Glory was important and it meant something. Mike Santana conquered all his demons at Bound for Glory. And I think there should be documentary series about that. Because where do you go next if you don't make it important? It's just like bump, bump, let's hit the next pay per view. And this pay per view doesn't come across as the biggest pay per view of the year. By doing this, it makes Bound for Glory seem like the biggest pay per view of the year. And every year that you make it seem important makes the next one even more important. But if you don't treat it as the biggest show of the year, people aren't going to perceive it as the biggest show of the year. It's always easy to make something, call it the biggest show of the year going into it, but when you act like it is even after it, that really sends the message home that that was the biggest show of the year. I know WWE kind of makes that mistake every year about, I mean, at WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, it's like, let's move straight into Backlash and let's go right into another pay per view. Instead of going, hey, what happened at WrestleMania was important. This is something WCW did with Starrcade. They always made Starrcade seem like the biggest show of the year because they always emphasized it after Starrcade. And you knew going forward that when Bound for Glory happened, that there would be 5 or 6 shows about Bound for Glory. You knew that also about Starrcade too. You knew after Starrcade was over, there'd be 5 or 6 shows about Starrcade. After WrestleMania is over, it's like, let's go to the next show. Who cares? It's over now. I mean, after the Super Bowl, they talk about you're the Super Bowl champions all year long. Until the next Super Bowl, you're the Super Bowl champions. It means something. It's special to be Super Bowl champion. After you win the World Series, you're World Series champions until the next World Series. Bound for Glory should be like that too. Now, obviously, wrestling is 365 days a year, but you can at least make it seem important for a couple months. You can't do it for an entire year like baseball and football do, but you can do it for longer than other companies do it for. Welcome to the stream. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Pound that like button. I much appreciate it. Go ahead and give me a like. Helps the algorithm. The more you like the video, the more the video gets suggested. YouTube. I did watch the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. I'm gonna watch the Tank Davis Jake Paul fight too. Tank Davis has a better shot at knocking Jake Paul out. I like, unlike many people, I kind of support Jake Paul because he put so many eyes on the sport. I kind of support Jake Paul because I think he made a lot of people care about boxing that before Jake Paul didn't care about boxing. Uh, I can't wait till Tank Davis, because Tank Davis and Jake Paul have a pretty even chance of knocking each other out because it's more even playing field. If you thought Mike Tyson, an old Mike Tyson, was going to beat a young, in his prime Jake Paul, you were crazy. That was a prime Jake Paul versus an old Mike Tyson. Good night, Alexander.
Go.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Good night. I think Tank Davis versus Mike Tyson is going to be a much better fight. Jake Paul could have knocked Tyson out in the first round, but because he respected Mike Tyson and he wanted to put on a show, he let it go the distance. Because he could have knocked him out in the first round. It was obvious he could have knocked him out in the first round. He wanted to put on a show. But some people think putting on a show meant they wanted to see a knockout. So some people think if he had knocked him out in the first round, that would have been more of a show than letting it go the distance. Some people think a knockout is more of a show. But he put Nate Diaz to sleep. He put, I don't think he knocked out Anderson Silva. I think that went the distance when he fought Anderson Silva. He put Tyron Woodley to sleep the second time around. He put Tyron Woodley to sleep the second time around. I think it went the distance the first time. But I think Tank Davis has a real shot at knocking Jake Paul out. I think Jake Paul has a real shot at knocking Tank Davis out. And Tank Davis is jacked. Have you seen the pictures of Tank Davis for his fight? He is absolutely jacked. He has put on so much muscle. Let me see. Tank Davis puts on muscle. Let's see. Let me show you here. Look at that. He's like tripled in size. He's like 3 times bigger than he was. Let's see.
3.8 pounds for Gervonta Davis, 133.8 for the lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta Tank Davis. 133.8 pounds for Gervonta Davis, 133.8 for the light.
133 pounds. That's like, I think he's put on 100 pounds of pure muscle. He's put on almost 100 pounds of pure muscle. And Jake had to drop weight. Jake Paul had to drop weight. Tank Davis had to gain weight. So Jake Paul is going to not be as massive as he usually is. Jake Paul had to drop a lot of weight, and Tank Davis had to gain a lot of weight. So I think that benefits Tank Davis too. Don't you? Don't you think that'll benefit Tank Davis? That he got to put on a bunch of weight, and Jake Paul had to drop a bunch of weight. But let me. I did talk about it the other night. Tank Davis record. Listen to this: 30 wins, 1 draw, and 28 victories by knockout. Tank Davis has 30 wins, 1 draw, and 28 victories by knockout. 28 fucking victories by knockout. He can knock you the fuck out. He has 30 wins. 30 wins. In comparison, it's not really comparable, but Jake Paul has 13 fights, 7 wins by knockout, and 1 loss. And Jake Paul has 1 loss and 13 wins and total fights 13. I'm sorry. Total fights 13, 12 wins and 7 by knockout and 1 loss. Well, Jake Paul doesn't have the record that Tank Davis has. Tank has 30 freaking fights under his belt. I know when a lot of people hear that you have more fights than the other fighter, they often say, well, that means you're more experienced. But you know what else it means? It means that there's more video out there of you fighting, and someone who is a skilled fighter can watch that video and figure out your weaknesses because there's more fights out there. They can watch that and study you and figure out how to beat you because you have more fights than they do. So sometimes having more fights is not a good thing. Sometimes having more fights exposes you. I know Jake Paul's a student of the game, and he will watch every Tank Davis fight, and he will figure out every weakness Tank Davis has. There's not. And when it comes to Tommy Fury beating Jake Paul, I watched that fight and I really don't think Jake Paul won. It did go to decision, and when it goes to decision, it's no longer in your hands. But I really think people hate on Jake Paul so much that even the judges were buying into it, and they were part of the hate machine. And I think Jake Paul gets so much hate, the judges were buying into it, and that's why they said Jake lost the fight in a split decision. By the way, I think had Jake actually been the popular fighter, which he's not, he's very hated. People are very jealous of Jake Paul, which I never understood because Jake Paul has done so much for women boxing. He cares about the sport so much. He's proven that by what he's done for women's boxing. He continues to elevate women boxing, and he really, really deserves a lot of credit for doing that. And he's elevated boxing. He is the most watched boxing fight. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul was the most watched boxing fight ever. See you later, man. See you later. Make sure you watch TNA when they go live. When they go live in November the 14th, I believe it is. Make sure you're watching then, because it's gonna be fucking awesome. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. Really appreciate it. Smiley faces and hearts. So how's everybody else doing tonight? Anybody else in the chat? Welcome to the jungle. 20 minutes before Fade to Black starts. Fade to Black will start in 20 minutes. 20 minutes and 6 seconds. Who's counting though, right? Let's see. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you for the hearts. I've been alive for 38 minutes and got 1 hour and 1.4 hours of watch time. That's pretty cool to only be live for 30 minutes and have 1.4 watch hours. Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing? What's going on? Fade to Black. Fade to Black will start in 18 minutes. 18 minutes until Fade to Black happens. For TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Impact. Let's see. So tired.
Bijou,
Bijou.
I warned you. Leave that cat alone.
Bijou want to mess with a kitty cat.
See, they're putting this cat down Monday because she's really sick, and Bijou keeps messing with her. I'm trying to, I don't want Bijou messing with her.
What's he doing to her?
She just keeps growling at her and just messing with her.
You want to see a good dog? You watching the stream or not?
Uh-huh. Stella. Stella. Hey, Stella. Mm-hmm. How old is Stella?
I'm not real sure. He's 5, so Stella's about 6 years old. Because we got her about a year before he was born. And I don't know if I've told you this, but Bella and Stella are sisters. I have told you that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're the same age. I would get Bella up, but Bella won't. It'll take her 30 minutes before she'll lay back down. You can mess with Stella, she'll lay right back down. You mess with Bella, she's up for like 30 minutes. Bella drives you fucking crazy. Takes her just. When I get in bed and I climb in bed, it takes her for like 30 minutes just to lay down. But Bella's the playful dog. Bella likes to chase squirrels and stuff like that. Stella just looks at her like she's stupid. Like, why are you chasing that squirrel? Stella said, I ain't wasting my energy chasing no freaking squirrel. Bella will go fetch a ball. Bella will fetch a ball. You throw a ball, she'll bring it back to you. You throw a ball in front of Stella, she's just going to be like, what do you expect me to do? I ain't chasing no ball. But Bella will chase a ball and bring it back to you. Bella, it does much better with Alexander because Bella likes to play and he likes to play, so they like to play together. Stella's just like, leave me the hell alone.
I'm getting ready to hurt this.
What'd you say?
You seriously.
What'd you say?
I'm getting ready to hurt Bijou because she keep messing with this cat. Bijou, leave the cat alone.
Biju's such a bad dog. That is a bad dog. I guess. I don't watch much WWE, but I guess I'd have to pull for Jey Uso. Even though I don't watch much WWE.
Bijou, I'm getting ready to get you. Mm-hmm.
told you to fucking stop. Leave that damn cat alone.
I don't get that yeet thing either. Yeet, yeet. I don't get it. It reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? 10 minutes until Impact fade to black. As TNA fade to black. 9 minutes and 51 seconds now. Yeah, I knew it was his catchphrase. It's just something he does. Yeet. Remember when Stone Cold used to say what? Everything somebody said, he'd say what?
Are you talking to me?
No, I know you don't remember it. You probably don't even know who Stone Cold is.
I know who Steve called. He's bald head. He's bald, right?
Yeah, he's bald. He was a very popular wrestler in the 90s. How old are you? How old are you? Oh, fuck. Welcome to the stream. If you're new to the stream, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Six minutes and 40 seconds. TNA fade to black. Mike Santana versus Trick Williams for the World Heavyweight Championship as an epic showdown bound for glory. Here we go. Seven, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 4 minutes and 57 seconds. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? How's it going? How's it going? 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Three minutes, 14 seconds. Under 3 minutes. I tell you, I think I told you, I got a copyright claim because I was watching AEW Dynamite and the theme music, every time theme music played, they said it was a copyright violation. So I went back and edited all the music out. YouTube makes it pretty easy to edit the music out though. Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? What is going on? Under a minute. Under a minute. How you doing tonight? Here we go. This should be a pretty good documentary. TNA is always good at doing documentaries. Probably a lot of stuff they filmed in at Bound for Glory backstage. All right, I'm going to take this off the screen. I'm not going to actually show. I can't legally show their show, but I will have audio that you can hear in the background. Live event starting soon.
I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
All right. Trying to get the time. It's 8 o'clock.
Coming out to see Trick Willie tonight, huh? Let's talk about it.
There's something about this city.
Let's continue rocking the world. Yeah, we got their back.
The history, the pressure, the expectation.
This is real life. This is the dream. This is what we want to do.
Boston doesn't celebrate winners. It creates them.
It's not about weight limits. It's about
No limits.
Because here, greatness isn't given.
It's earned.
happy.
It's earned.
But I know that I'm going to raise the bar higher and higher and higher every time I get the chance.
At Bound for Glory, history wasn't just made.
Tonight, TNA Wrestling has set its new North American attendee record.
It was redefined. Boston rose up. This wasn't just a crown. It was a statement. It was more than a night of battles.
I was balling out and then just looking at them and pain and hurting and just thinking about how much longer we got, which is the unknown.
It was a celebration of what this company stands for.
We're not done yet.
Everything is about to become. Together, we honored the past.
I am eternally grateful. TNA Wrestling isn't just a company, it's a family.
And proved the future has arrived.
The people that were there knew from day one.
TNA Studios presents Bound for Glory. Fade to black.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Good to see everybody. Here outside of Boston in Lowell. Nice arena. Place is going to be packed tonight. Before we sort of just get into a couple of things, everybody this morning, it's 11:30. When we finish this meeting, everyone needs to push again. Get a tweet out there. Get something on Insta. Remind everyone Bound for Glory is going to be our biggest show ever. You're excited to be here. Still a few tickets left because there's still a few tickets left. And tomorrow, I want to make sure we broke the record from Slam. Second, there's a lot of celebrations tonight. I mean, a lot. We're going to have some new Hall of Famers tonight, so that's going to be great. Also, so thankful to see Casey in the house. amazing that everyone's getting healthy and everyone's coming back. This last week was awesome. We were down in Orlando. All of our colleagues from NXT, all of you that were down there, the whole team. It was great to have a huge number on the CW on Tuesday night and kick some ass. Everyone did an incredible job. And so just thank you. We got to keep that momentum going. It was awesome. And thanks everyone for coming tonight and being part of the team, because the whole team is just gelling so well. We're having so much fun together, and we're going to keep that going now and into 2026. It is really great to have Chris here tonight. A year ago, we all know that Chris had a bad accident, and he said it yesterday. We've all said it. It really is the greatest story ever. But what's so amazing and great is when I saw Chris yesterday, came to the Hardys and Team 3D meet and greet that we had. Chris walked in, and Chris was different than he was 3-4 months ago when I saw him, and I told him that. And Chris was now not just a guy that had been injured and was working to get better. It was like he was back, and the way he was moving, and the way that, of course, he was smiling, and the positive energy that he gives off, just it felt so good for me to see that. And so, Chris, we're so happy that you're here and here to celebrate and hopefully to break the record with us tonight. But more importantly, we give out an all-star every time, and there's no all-star that we can give out other than to Chris today. And so, Chris, thank you for being here.
Obviously, this award belongs to all of us. You know, like, God is great. I've had a tough year, but a fun year still, because I like journeys. I like the difficulty because it makes for great stories. But also, I like to watch what you guys do because it motivates me. It makes me work harder. So every time I see you guys breaking records or doing great shows, doing great business with other companies, like, it helps me push my next workout. It helps me push my next therapy session, which I did officially just get discharged from. But it takes a village. So you guys keep doing what you do. I'll keep doing what I do, and together we'll keep winning. Love you.
I said it at Slam. Make sure you smile. Make sure you enjoy yourself tonight. And have a great time. We're going to kill it. The place is going to be full of electricity, and it's because of all of you. So thanks very much, everyone. Have a great show.
As long as I've been with the company, we have not had a show in Boston. And I've wanted this for so long, and the fans of this area have wanted it for so long. It's like we have begged and pleaded for so long, and now the day is finally here. And not only that, it's Bound for Glory. It's the biggest show of the year, and it's just a real special feeling to be able to do it where I grew up.
I take it extremely seriously. I was texting with Mike TNA a little bit earlier on this week, told him I was thinking of him coming into this night, into this weekend, and it's an enormous responsibility. Mike TNA and Don West, the inaugural voices of this company, the Hall of Famers, setting the standard for what this company has been, and plenty of other play-by-play and commentators that have followed ever since, and we have to uphold that standard and try and take it to a new level.
It is a drug that can't be purchased to be part of something like this that's growing, and for us to realize our potential, lots of things have to happen. But those things are happening in real time, and we're living history right now for this company, for professional wrestling. And I mean, it doesn't get any more exciting than that.
So I had this thought, literally as we were setting this interview up and everything like that. What's cool about this and the fact that we're doing this again and things like this again is lightning strikes anywhere once, right? I mean, it's a freak accident. It's luck. It's winning the lottery. Slammiversary could have been winning the lottery for us. Good timing, some good marketing, and we fill the building. This proves that it's not lightning striking. It's not luck. It's work. Anytime someone tries to stop us, this is the whole history of the damn company. We continue to do it, and just this last year or so has proved that at a whole nother level that has been seen in a very long time.
I'm really excited for my dad's match. He's very special to me. I just really appreciate everything he's done, all that he went through, just to be here now. He's gone through a lot, like a lot.
Coming up, we feel the emotion of the TNA Hall of Fame induction ceremony and the energy behind the international title showdown between Frankie Kazarian and Steve Macklin.
Bijou.
Bijou, 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 Bijou.
Are these the depths you have to go, Don, in the Ultimate X match?
I guess do whatever you got to.
Well, he just took Rich Swann as far away from the ring as possible.
That's actually not bad strategy now that I see where he was going
What
with
did
it.
I tell you?
And now Jay Christ, with all three of his opponents down,
Got the playing field to himself, which is what you want in this match.
now he can take his time. Shimmy across.
And like Spider-Man, he is shimmying across and looking to get a hold of that belt. Oh, I like this. Get the feet up there. Take some pressure. Those arms are tired at this point, Josh.
No doubt about it. Ethan Page again, he has been the disruptor in this match, and now a spear!
Jesus! Oh, my Lord. And I think he separated his shoulder. Jake Chris's arms were exhausted, and he couldn't move. And Ethan Page took full advantage.
And again, we're back to a stalemate. A stalemate here in this matchup. Trey's looking up, trying to pull himself back into this match. Here comes, how is Rich Swann still on his feet?
Oh, on the point of the chin.
How does Swann have anything left?
Rich Swann's Hurricane Ranas are second to none in this business. Look at that snap in the hips, taking his man over. Here goes Rich.
Fans here in Nashville seem to be behind Rich Swann.
Back fist to the face. Swann shaking it off.
You think Swann's the fan favorite, Tom?
Look at him taking full advantage.
Rich is on his feet. Leaps. Closing in on the championship. Rich Swann is closing in on the championship. Fingertips away. He's got it. He's got the title. He's got the title. Rich Swann takes the world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, a new X Division champion, Rich Swann.
Rich Swann makes history in Nashville. For the first time in his career, Rich Swann is X Division champion, and he's overcome with emotion.
It's been a while since we've had an X Division match, an Ultimate X match, and boy, did these four deliver.
Being inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame is truly a full circle moment for us.
Tonight, we honored the Trailblazers.
When I look back at the history of Mickie James and who she is in this business, so much of that happened right here.
The Game Changers.
It feels nothing short of amazing. The energy from the crowd, our families are out there, the fans are amazing. We have the support of all of our peers in the back. It's surreal.
When you first start your career, you never think like, I'm definitely going to end up a Hall of Famer. So it's surreal and it's totally incredible.
The legends who defined TNA Wrestling.
When I think back on the matches, the makeovers, the brown paper bag treatment, the laughter, and the bond that we built, I'm reminded of why I fell in love with this business in the first place. We didn't just entertain, we inspired.
The original knockouts that changed everything.
I was shocked when I got the news that I was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I think, we all work so hard for so long in this business, and to know that your work
work is validated, not just by the fans, but from a company, the company that I started at, you know, and then I've had so many chapters here at TNA, and so, you know, they mean so much to me.
Mickie James. The beautiful people. Welcome.
Before we even got into the wrestling business, before we were even wrestlers, going to wrestling shows and seeing the other women icons that came way before us and thinking, wow, those women are icons. Like, we're calling them women before us icons, never expecting, hoping, but never expecting to actually be following in their footsteps. And now here we are, and this is all surreal and so humbling.
To the TNA Wrestling Hall of Fame, where legacy lives forever.
TNA Wrestling is live just outside of Boston and Lowell, Massachusetts at the Sangha Center. This has been the year of our renaissance. We are vindicated. We are revolutionary. And we have the eyes of the world upon us. It's our time. This is TNA's greatest stage. Welcome to Bound for Glory.
When the bell rang, it wasn't just about the title.
I was just a kid from a small nothing town that nobody thought would ever really amount to anything because nobody from my town did. So being on the road and sacrificing and being away, he understands that I do all that for him, for my wife, for me, and for us.
Kazarian gets caught in the crosshairs.
It was about legacy.
And now Macklin trying to set up for it. Yes! KIA!
And who could shoulder the weight?
Steve Macklin is taking back the TNA International title
of TNA's next era.
I don't get a lot of tears and emotion up when I see my mother, the woman who raised me, sitting front row, who knows how much I've loved this business as a profession. As a child, I was a fan. I killed people with kindness, and that's what that woman taught me. But that woman also taught me to stand my ground and stand up for her. And I'll flip my better off to any single one of you if you stand wrong against me. But this also means I love you.
I'm a father and a husband first. That's more important to me than anything. When I show him the dedication I have to pro wrestling, hopefully he takes something from that, and whatever he chooses to do, he uses that in his life. And I know he will, because he's an amazing, amazing kid that I absolutely adore.
Right now, let's relive the battle between Frankie Kazarian and Steve Macklin, with the International Championship at stake, in this special encore presentation.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA International Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 227 pounds, Bulletproof Steve Macklin.
What a way to begin Bound for Glory, especially for Steve Macklin, who served 2 tours in Afghanistan as a machine gunner, as a part of the United States Marine Corps. And tonight, he has family and friends at ringside, especially his mother, Annie.
A very, very special start to Bound for Glory. Steve Macklin literally walking out in a sea of his military brethren to potentially bring home the TNA.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Macklin competing in his first singles match at Bound for Glory.
And his opponent from Yucca Valley, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the TNA International Champion, Frankie Kazarian.
Frankie Kazarian is striding into his 9th match all time at TNA's biggest event of the year, Bound for Glory, and doing so as the TNA International Champion after dethroning Macklin, the inaugural champion.
A lot of people around this country say no kings, but in TNA, there is one, and he is the one and only Frankie Kazarian, and he's still your and my international
Wait a minute, a skull by Macklin, and the bell's not even rung yet. Macklin gets Kazarian back inside the ring. There's the bell. This TNA International Championship match is underway to kick off Bound for Glory.
Macklin starting off fast and furious. You know he's still hot and bothered about how everything went down in losing that championship.
I was going to say, I'd love to have gotten to the headlines, but Macklin had other plans. 2 weeks ago at Victory Road, to your point, the involvement of AAA's El Macias created a distraction for Steve Macklin. Amongst that matchup, also, Frankie Kazarian cheated to win the matchup and take the title from Macklin.
No doubt about it. Kazarian saw an opening, saw an opportunity, and took it. Thanks to El Macias, as you mentioned.
Macklin reigned for 162 days as the first ever TNA International Champion. The guillotine leg drop there by Kazarian. Macklin set a standard enough that it caught the eye of the TNA original, Frankie Kazarian.
Kazarian, who's been on a journey of his
own. Oh my God, a sunset bomb to the floor!
Macklin just smacked his entire carcass off the ground.
Take another look at this. This is just the beginning of the action here at Bound for Glory. This sunset bomb to Macklin to the outside. So Frankie Kazarian responding after that scud from Macklin before the match.
I mean, this one might be over before it really gets started. Kaz could take a count out here, but no. Choosing to go after Macklin, inflicting punishment.
I think Kazarian is taking this personally between he and Steve Macklin. He was tipped off that Santino Marella even gave Macklin this opportunity, a rematch. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, hold on now.
And there's Steve Macklin's mother, Annie.
I don't know if I'd mess with anybody who had the power to burn Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin's mom.
Well, if you don't understand, I guess you got a little bit of sign language for you.
And now Macklin kicking the hell out of Kazarian. That'll make a mother proud.
You do not insult the Marine's mama.
Very
I'll tell
true.
you that much.
Very, very true. Kazarian now trying to gather himself back inside the ring. That's press. And here comes Macklin. Remember, the title can only change hands via pinfall or submission in the ring, not via countout or disqualification.
Well, Macklin's just got to regain a little bit of composure here. To your point, got to get this done in the center of the
go
ring.
For the chicken wing. Go for the chicken wing. Back elbow there by Macklin.
Like a firecracker, and boom!
An Olympic slam from bulletproof Steve Macklin, who's all sorts of fired up here at Bound for Glory.
Tom, you and I both know what kind of pride and meaning Macklin put in being that first ever international champion. It meant the world to him to set that pattern, to set that tone for a brand new championship.
Macklin trying to right a wrong as he believes in his mind. But right now he's got Kazarian right where he wants him.
Bringing everybody with him. Look out!
Oh, and Kazarian nearly got caught in the crosshairs.
Oh, looking for a cover.
Wait a minute, now it's Macklin with a chicken wing on Kazarian.
Kazarian was going for that cutter he pulled on Macklin at Victory Road, but
there's a cover. Oh, wait a minute, Kazarian had his hand on the ropes, the referee caught him.
Good catch by referee Alice Lane there.
The match continues, and there's Macklin right after Kazarian. Oh,
what's going on, y'all?
That'll muscle you up real quick.
How y'all doing tonight?
Clothesline. Listen, I'll give credit to Frankie Kazarian. He acquitted himself well this past Tuesday as a part of Showdown representing Team TNA. But right now, he's caught in a Boston Crab in low mass.
How apropos as Macklin looking to get the submission victory here.
Steve Macklin refusing to relinquish. He's got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified. He won't win the title.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Macklin has a big weakness in his armor. It's that he can't let it get to his head. The emotions can get to become a bit much.
Go for KIA. Kazarian able to escape. Kazarian does own the 3-1 advantage. All-time one-on-one against Macklin.
Kaz with a little Pele kick there. Shout out to AJ Styles and right there.
A tribute to Christopher Daniels. Angel swings. Oh, and a kick out. His old bad influence teammate. Been a weekend of tributes, whether you're in the United States or Australia.
No kidding, two of Frankie Kazarian's greatest rivals represented in the span of about 10 seconds there.
It's also special for Kazarian to be competing here in Massachusetts. He trained under the late, great Hall of Famer Killer Kowalski nearby in Malden. You can hear how the people in Lowell feel about Frankie.
This is where the man cut his teeth. How dare they?
Oh my God, hold on a second. Is Kazarian thinking about fade to black from the second rope?
Oh, he thought about it. That's for damn sure. Macklin, though, saw it coming.
Oh, now Macklin again. He's got to be careful. Cannot risk a disqualification, but Kazarian is down.
You know it's serious when you go full Tyson. And Macklin about to drop the choke headbutt, but no.
Kazarian rolled out of the way. Now Macklin needs some regroup out on the apron. I don't think Kazarian's going to give him the time. There's a slingshot cutter.
Wait, this is how it went down at Victory Road.
Macklin able to kick out. Macklin stays alive.
And Kaz can't believe it. Now it's the King who has to not get frustrated, not let his blood boil.
What's going on?
Stop there by Kazarian. Plenty of frustration for Kazarian, who much of the last few years has been talking about capturing the TNA World Championship. He saw an opportunity, believed there was a weakness he could take advantage of, thrived at Victory Road.
What is going on?
Took the international title.
Hang on, though. Look at the position Macklin's in. A little bit of insult to injury. We saw Macklin going for the chicken wing. Maybe Kaz thinks turnabout is fair play here.
Is Macklin about to get caught in the crosshairs? Wait a minute. Macklin sits up. Kazarian went into the turnbuckle.
Oh, wait, here we go. Turning it right back around.
And now this is how it's done. Kazarian gets caught in the crosshairs.
Nearly cutting the king of TNA in half there.
And now Macklin trying to set up for it. Yes! KIA!
Planted!
Steve Macklin is taking back the TNA International title.
Here is your winner and new TNA International Champion, Steve Macklin.
And there is TNA President Carlos Silva to return the International Championship to Steve Macklin. They're bound for glory.
What a way to start things off here. You see the members of the U.S. Marine Corps who joined Macklin out of his entrance watching with pride. That match was non-stop action.
Coming up, we will follow the longest tenured member of the TNA Wrestling roster, Eddie Edwards, as he prepared to come home for the biggest event of the year.
Moonsault back off the top, crashing into Doi.
Well, he's trying to make sure that the rookie Doi is out of this matchup. As you can see, it looks like he's knocked out. It's unbelievable there, Volador Jr., but the problem is, he's outside of the ring. He's got to get back inside, and it looks like that moonsault took a lot out of him.
Right in front of us, it's Volador and Naruki Doi. Look like they're out of play. Kaz and Davari going to make their way up the steel truss.
You can see both of them now fighting over. Davari climbing up, Kaz climbing up. Kaz, one thing about it, you've got to make sure you knock the other one down from this situation, so you've got a clear path. But if somebody can do it, they've got a clear path, because right here in front of us, Volador Jr. and Naruki Doi are both laid out.
Whoa, big shot. Davari hanging on for dear life with one hand. Davari answers with a shot, and now Kaz. And remember, Kaz has got that bad arm. He's trying to hang on for dear life up there.
He's not thinking about it now. It's about representing USA.
Oh,
it's about representing
look at this.
TNA. Hanging on though for dear life, Davari. He's got it.
Look how quickly Davari has got his way across the cable. Team International. If he can just reach out and take down the X. Wait a minute, what's Kaz doing here?
It's getting to his feet. What? Get out of here! You've got to be freaking kidding! Oh, Rio!
Another look!
Look at this! Kaz catches him with that leg drop! A leg drop!
Look at this shot! Look at this view! Spectacular!
Putting it on!
Two worlds collided under one spotlight.
Once again, thinking elbow.
Oh, look for the elbow to the spine one more time. Jordan sensed it coming, and there's a big kick right to the face.
Kalani Jordan came to prove that NXT's future
Look out! One of a kind! The split-legged moonsault!
could stand toe-to-toe with TNA Wrestling's best.
Jordan retains the Knockouts World Championship!
Being able to have NXT and TNA partner gives me the opportunity to be able to work with people from another brand. And honestly, I love it. I think it's great for the business. I think it's great for both NXT. I think it's great for both TNA.
And in a night where everything was on the line,
Ray, well, look at the expression on Jordan's face.
both women fought to define what glory really looks like.
A great sign of respect between Kalani Jordan and Indy Hartwell.
I want to go against the best of the best, whether that's on NXT, TNA, whoever wants it, I want to defend it.
A heartbreak for Indy here and Bound for Glory in front of her family. A valiant effort regardless, but it's back to the drawing board for Hartwell.
The arenas are bigger. The crowds are louder. The recent success of TNA Wrestling didn't happen overnight. It took years of believing that anything was possible.
From Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards has been at TNA Wrestling longer than anyone on the roster. He has seen the ups and downs of a company that he loves so dearly.
All I've wanted all my life is the respect and admiration of my peers.
He is a former two-time TNA Wrestling World Champion, a two-time X Division Champion, and a seven-time TNA World Tag Team Champion. He is the first foreigner to win the Pro Wrestling Noah GHC Heavyweight Championship, and the only American to hold this prestigious honor. And on October 12th, Eddie Edwards comes home.
Since I've been a part of the company, we have not been in Massachusetts. People would ask, when is TNA coming? And to finally be able to give somebody an answer, like, hey, Bound for Glory, October 12th, TNA is back. It's awesome. I mean, to be this close to my home and where I grew up, it's It's a very special feeling. It's a combination of
What's going on?
career as a whole, as well as career in TNA. I get to do it with the system, my best friends, and my wife, and there's such loyalty between us because we respect what each other do. We all have the same goal. And that's a big part of TNA is like everybody on the roster, from the front office to production, to everybody involved, the wrestlers, everybody has the same goal to keep driving forward and get to that next level. And nobody's going to stop until we do it.
This wasn't just another fight.
Not this. Oh my God, a choke bomb out of the tax! You son of a bitch!
It was a reckoning.
The chain! The spear!
The system walked into a war.
Dear God, no, not this. Not this, Riddle. This is too far.
It walked out stronger.
I want the fans to know that we left everything out there. The blood, the sweat, the tears.
By watching that, it sums up how we feel about this company, how we feel about our brothers and sisters here, that we want to go out there and kill it. And we do it because we believe it.
Because in TNA Wrestling, a company defined by grit and endurance,
All aboard the dam of the tax! You've gotta be kidding me!
order still prevails.
Make sure you want to even work harder. I mean, guys are giving 110% out there, but when you hear the energy of the crowd, you want to give 130%.
At Bound for Glory,
Eddie Edwards with a barbed wire Boston knee party!
the system didn't just survive.
Tonight is one of those times where like there's a couple moments even before we went out, standing out in the crowd and like
Yeah, I think it's
Edwards with a barbed wire Boston knee party!
The system didn't just survive.
tonight is one of those times where like there's a couple moments even before we went out.
championship, it all worth it.
They redefined the standard.
Family, man, that's one thing about a system. And I just want people to see that match as family, fighting through all adversities and being successful in it.
This was a battle for supremacy here in TNA Wrestling. Who will command the future?
From the grind to the glory, Leon Slater's rise is written in passion, drive, and soul. Up next, we will take a look inside the mindset of the youngest in charge.
What's going on? What is going on?
You can't rest on your laurels here. You can't get really too confident because of the other 6 competitors. Not all 6 of these men vying to be the #1 contender to the X Division champion. Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, well, he's got a huge edge right now. He's the only one climbing up the truss, and he's making his way across the structure.
Well, he better go quick, because if you take the time, you can see he's trying to get to the post this time. He's going to keep his legs from people from grabbing him. That's a smart move.
Not kidding.
But the only problem is it takes you longer to climb across it, and right when Cheesemo's going on after him. Think about this. You got to sacrifice your body sometimes just to stop the other person from getting it.
Look at this. They'll make up the ground. Now he's going to try and knock Daniels down.
Look at Cass is on top of the
Oh, God.
Oh, no. You can see, look at this. Oh my God!
Did you see that diamond cutter?
Oh man!
Did you see that diamond cutter?
Cass takes it right from the head.
We
gotta see it.
Come on, guys, in the truck. Show us.
Oh, look at that shot!
Oh, God.
Just got it perfectly. Man alive, we knew this was going to be. It's so much higher than they've ever seen it.
Add that one to the 2007 highlight reel.
Cass homicide. You know, this is one of those matches if you can find a way to stay out of harm's way. Wait till everybody's knocked out to make your run. Oh, but they're
That
just...
sounds good on paper, doesn't it?
Oh, 8:40. Are you there?
Well, this past Tuesday on NXT, the TNA X Division Championship was on the line as Leon Slater defended against NXT's Stax Lorenzo. Javon Evans in his corner, Ariana Grace in the corner of her fiance, nearly getting involved in the action. However, in the end, it was the youngest in charge, Leon Slater, able to hit that Swanton 450 and retain the TNA X Division title.
We don't care if it's somebody from NXT, anybody from TNA, hell, anybody from, what's that other brand?
Well, they got an answer from AAA.
AAA has taken over Mexico, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Prescott Valley is next. We versus you two on Saturday.
Well, ask and you shall receive. The match will go down for the hottest stars in the business today. Go at it at Halloween Havoc. It will be the TNA X Division champion Leon Slater and NXT's Javon Evans versus AAA's La Parka and Mr. Iguana.
The X Division has always been the soul of TNA Wrestling.
I watched this literally all my life. Like, this is all I've ever wanted to do. Do special matches, special moments with this belt in sold-out arenas, and I just did that at 21 years old. This year has been absolutely mad. I have no words, really.
At Bound for Glory, Leon Slater and Javon Evans.
An X Division championship match made in heaven.
Didn't just compete for a championship.
Wait! Oh, Jake Cutter on the apron! Going for zone one!
Got him! Unbelievable!
They earned the right to carry forward a standard.
There's the real deal! OG Cutter for the win! Is this it?
Oh, Slater kicked out!
Built by generations before them.
Look out!
Javon Evans leaping after Slater! Evans trying to get back towards the ring so this X Division championship match can continue. Evans and Slater in a thriller here at Bound for Glory. There's Slater. Belgus ring. You've got to be kidding me.
It seems to me like we want to see 5 more minutes.
What's going on?
I think it was our
What's
moment.
going on?
I think me and Javon are going to do this a million more times. And I told him that when we came back. I'm looking forward to the
How you
next one,
doing?
the one after that, and the one after that. I think we're going to be soulmates after that one for sure.
Here we go. Evans and Slater. The X Division title. Cover. Slater powers out. Big play, Slater.
I've been very lucky to have those special moments like 2 or 3 times now where I know I've killed
What's
it,
on
the
your
crowd loves
mind?
it, and I know that the locker room we have here is so loving and so caring that everybody's watching. So I'm excited to come back and see their reaction. And when I know I've killed it, I know we're going to get the standing O from the folks in the back as well. And that's the bit that I enjoy almost more than anything.
Look out.
You're in England, right? You're in England?
Oh, not this. Dark State is here at Bound for Glory.
You're in England?
To desecrate an absolute classic in the making.
This was shaping up to be an exhibition championship match for the ages. On TNA's greatest stage, here at Bound for Glory. And it was ruined by Dark State.
Last October, everything changed.
A year ago, the night after Bound for Glory, broke my neck. I had a double fusion and I was paralyzed for maybe 3 or 4 months, where there was no certainty of if I was going to walk again. Through the power of God, prayers, positivity, a lot of good energy, good doctors, medicine, I was able to finally get back on my feet.
Tonight, we all celebrated his return.
There's been something about the good energy of what I've been watching through TNA, and this is not a lie. There was times when I couldn't stand on my feet for longer than 5 minutes, and I'd watch one of the TNA shows, and I'd stand the whole show, like watching the show, seeing what everybody was doing, feeling that energy. I missed being here. I missed my family. I missed being a part of it.
Chris Bay reminded the world.
Please welcome Chris Bay.
And what a moment this is. For the first time since Unbreakable in April, Chris Bay has returned to TNA. You couldn't tell the story of this company without Chris Bay.
Hello, world. I am the ultimate finesser, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay, and I'm tapping in with Bound for Glory. Hold on, where are my manners? Bay for Glory.
Glory belongs to those who never quit.
My girl was there, and the doctor came in and asked her to step out. And, I was like, she's cool to stay. He was like, I want to just tell you this by yourself. I know you trust her. We can trust her with certain things, but I want to just tell you this. And we sat there this close to each other, me in my chair, him in a regular chair. And he told me this, and I repeated it back to him, and he confirmed. I kind of took it in, and I was like, okay. And after a small conversation, and he left out, I wheeled over to the window. And I was like, the window that was in there was like my source of light. And I kind of wheeled over to the window, and I just stared into the distance. And I was just like,
Nah, man.
like me,
this ain't going down like this.
And as much as I
What's going on?
would love to say I fully believed I'd get back on my feet, I didn't believe it, man. I didn't believe it because it felt way too far to believe. When you wake up and they're asking you where your pain levels are, and there is no pain level because you can't feel, and I remember one time in physical therapy, they had me sitting on the edge of this bench, and they're like, all right, we got to go do something real quick. What I want you to do is, I want you to think about moving your legs. I want you to just think about moving your legs and try to move your legs. And I sat there just staring at my legs for 10 minutes, just bawling, trying so hard to think, for just to get some sort of a movement, and nothing's happening. When you're living through stuff like that, and it doesn't feel possible, and then you get someone telling you, it's 10 to 25% chance. You're like, oh, this is really it. This is my life.
All you want to hear is I still have a 10 to 25% chance.
Yeah.
Let's focus on that as opposed to
I don't want to get too comfortable in this position. I also don't want to act like I'm bigger than this position, because it's not that. It's not that I'm bigger or better than what's going on with me. It's just, it's so much to process. And I'd rather focus on getting back to the other side than stay. It's tough. And then once I locked out of that, I was like, okay, therapy 6 days a week. Let's do my best in therapy.
Once you start therapy, it's like, okay,
What'd you say?
Motivation, everything. I said, I'm back. Words of
It's been only 6 years.
positive words. And, yeah, that's what's going on. Good support system.
100%. It takes a village.
It's been about 6 years.
That's awesome. Thank you, man.
Coming up, we will take an in-depth look inside the 25-year rivalry between the Hardys and Team 3D, all leading up to one of the most memorable moments in the history of professional wrestling.
You better leave her alone. BG, why are you so hot? You know what? Your ass is on the way out of here.
BG said, "We're on the way out of here. We're going home."
She's going home, all right. So they're home on high.
She's gonna go walk with Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute! Oh, what a move by Sheamus! You got to be kidding me! You gotta show that again if it's possible! You gotta see it again! Come on, guys in the truck, there's a replay of this! Look at this!
Ask and you shall receive it. Check it out. Just when you think you've seen everything, you watch a TNA pay-per-view and you realize that you are watching cutting-edge alternative wrestling that's seen nowhere else in the world but TNA. And they connect that.
Chris Damon, I'll tell you, that wouldn't give someone hurt a lot off the top rope.
Look out! Could be tail shot. He's got it set.
Nice counter. AJ though coming in. Look at this. Wow. Takes a bulldog. The crowd goes crazy. Look at this.
Double inverted DDT.
Look at AJ Styles. Look how fluid he is right here. Boom. And he just lets it take it down. And both of them get caught in the DDT.
They are standing here at the impact zone because they realize that they are witnessing, yes, the most innovative match in professional wrestling today. AJ up on the table. He's close. He's got to just go over a couple of hands and he can take down the title.
What about the fatigue that they're going through right here?
Like with every second. It turned him inside out.
You just see that.
He turned him inside out with the drop kick and saved it.
He might have broke his back.
Here we go. And again, think of the elevation of. Think of how far he's down. My God.
Marley? It's we your face.
This is something that means a lot to me.
Before the championships,
You know, to be able to go out here one last time.
before the scars,
Has Mark
that
been
never
in tonight?
Is what?
there were
Mark.
4 men
No, I haven't seen Mark
chasing the
tonight.
same dream.
Oh, instead 3D.
2 sets of brothers born in different worlds, bound for the same destiny.
My dad's Jeff Hardy, and he does really cool wrestling stuff.
From WWF Raw to Madison Square Garden to the chaos of TNA Wrestling, they didn't just collide. They carved their names into history
Brother Nero,
together.
I knew you'd come.
They redefined what tag team wrestling could be.
Oh, my
They
brother!
turned tables into weapons
Oh, testify!
and violence into art.
It's amazing to have those shared bonds with people.
For more than
Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing tonight?
they've pushed each other to the edge
When you stop moving, when you stop doing what you do and doing what you love,
and pulled each other back from it.
that's when you start fading away.
Rivals,
How y'all doing tonight?
brothers,
Team 3D,
survivors,
the TNA World Tag Team titles.
and now, at Bound for Glory, there is no tomorrow. No more unfinished business.
They stood out so much, and I was like, man, what if we end up in the ring with these guys?
One last match. One last war.
A legacy will come to a close. And now,
For glory.
Pineapple syrup.
For glory. One last chance to finish this. Once and for all.
Bound for Glory in Boston.
This is about sacrifice.
It'll be a very special night for everybody involved.
Brotherhood and legacy.
But for most of all, it's going to be a special night for you.
TNA Wrestling proudly presents Road to Glory.
We're going to give you moments and memories that'll live for another 25 years, if not forever.
In 1991, when I graduated and made a decision not to go and pursue a football career, I called Johnny Rods in Brooklyn, New York, downtown Gleason's Gym, which is known for boxing.
I was supposed to be trained by Johnny Rods, but it never happened. But the first day I ever met Johnny, he put me in a wrestling ring. And the show Good Morning New York was filming live from Johnny's school.
Some of the greats, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks, you name it, they were all there at Gleason's Gym. Well, my trainer, the unpredictable
Welcome
Johnny
to the
Rods,
stream. How y'all doing tonight?
at the time, opened up a small area in Gleason's Gym, put a wrestling ring and said, okay, here's a wrestling school.
And lo and behold, unbeknownst to me and unbeknownst to him, Devon happened to be in the same ring at the same time.
I don't remember Bubba being there. Bubba said he was there, but I don't remember. That's the thing.
First time I saw the Dudleys was the original ECW. Matt and I would stay up to like 2 a.m. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And the Dudleys was like this whole family that was in the original ECW. And Bubba and Devon, I mean, they stood out so much. And I was like, man, what if we end up in the ring with these guys one day?
Myself and my long-lost brother Devon did not meet until 1996 when he came into ECW, and me and Devon were arch nemesis. Devon being the righteous brother of the Dudley group, with Bubba being the more happy-go-lucky, stuttering, dancing, juggling fan favorite. My brother Devon didn't like that too much, so he tried to set me straight over and over again.
The first time I remember seeing the Dudleys, it was sometime in 1998, and I loved that they were carving their own niche out where they were putting people through tables. And then on top of that, I thought they really worked hard and they busted their ass. And I also thought it was something very riveting whenever they would do flaming tables. They really did things that hadn't been done before. They really were thinking outside the box.
I think Bubba and I found our chemistry as time went on. We had a great time back then in ECW, I'll tell you. There'll never be a place like that ever again. I mean, the camaraderie between everybody, just the overall specialness about ECW was just incredible.
Fans loved me in ECW. Fans hated Devon in ECW. And he was constantly bullying me and beating me up. And in fighting one another, I realized that there was something that me and Devon had that the both of us didn't have with any of the other Dudleys. A certain in-ring chemistry.
We always wanted to go to WWE. At one point, I had cold feet, and I was like, no, I'm not going. Me and Bubba somewhat got into it, and then finally I was like, all right, let's do it. I was scared to go, and I was going to be a little fish in a big pond, and I knew it.
From the first experience with Bubba and Devon, I had no idea, what the future was holding.
What's going on? How are y'all doing
We
tonight?
knew they broke tables, but we had no idea. Just for us to both end up there and then start feuding was so bizarre and super cool.
WWE calls, and they were very serious about bringing in the Dudleys. But we felt that we were a part of something with ECW. We let Paul know that the WWE called, and we asked Paul to give us $1 more a day. If he would have given us $1 more a day, we would have stayed. Paul said, I can't get into a bidding war with the WWE. And we were like, no bidding war?
$1 a day, $1 a show isn't a bidding war. And that's the moment that I realized that Paul was in bed with the WWE.
It was going to be really interesting just to see how talented these guys were. We bonded with them pretty quickly, and we realized that we could work together. And
What's going
we thought
on?
right from the beginning that would be a program, a rivalry we could have, and we could make money because, you know, you have these two brawlers, these two guys who just rough people up in the Dudleys, and then you have these two high-risk guys who the people love, the underdogs, and they want to see them come from underneath and win their match in Matt and Jeff Hardy. And lo and behold, we went on to make a lot of history.
First impression when I first saw them, loved them. Loved their demeanor, their core about them. I mean, it was just on sync with those guys. And I couldn't ask for a better group of friends to share the road with in the ring. You know, when the Dudleys and the Hardys first started, we never thought that we would have the chemistry that we had. It was special, it was unique, and not everybody can have that type of chemistry with each other.
When we got to the WWE, we had known about the Hardys, and they were doing, you know, their best to get the tag team scene in the WWE, you know, fired up again. We knew that there was something there. We knew that we had chemistry in the ring. We knew the first couple of times that we were in there with those. It wasn't that we were hated. It's that mystique that we had coming out of ECW that whenever we were around, you knew something was going to happen. The teams gelled, and that's how we get to the Royal Rumble 2000 in Madison Square Garden.
Tables match in Madison Square Garden with the Dudleys. Definitely the peak in that match for me was when I was going to hit the Swanton, like win the match. And it was that out there with the crowd. I was just perched up there and just I kind of live for those moments, you know, that rush of like not knowing if you're going to be okay after the fact. That's one of those examples of, man, nothing needed to be different. That match was close to flawless.
Can't take you through the night of the first tables match. All I can tell you is this. We stole the show and we made history. It set the standard for what we were capable of. It put tag team wrestling back on the map in the WWE.
What's going on?
People to pay attention to us.
How are you doing?
In 2025, and that match was 25 years ago in 2000. And if
How are you doing
Dudleys
tonight?
defeat us for the TNA World Tag Team Championships, then they would be 25-time World Tag Team Champions.
The Hardys and Team 3D.
What'd you say, Adelia?
That defined a generation.
Never mind.
Coming up, we will continue their story and witness their emotion, the chaos, and the legacy they have left behind.
I'm watching the TNA show. It's a recap show, but I'm still watching it. AEW is trash, man. Just pure fucking trash.
How was this? Right in the middle of the match? With someone on a motorcycle coming right into the impact zone?
Angelina, she won. I guess she was looking maybe at the disqualification. I guess she's figuring that's either Velvet or Lacey, one of the members of Beautiful People. You can't really tell.
Referee Andrew Thomas, that's what he's doing. He's checking to see if it was Velvet or Lacey, because that would be a disqualification that would... To try and get a ruling here from Andrew Thomas. He's talking to our ring announcer, Jeremy Borash.
What
wanted this well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Referee Andrew Thomas has ruled that as a result of outside interference by the beautiful people, the winner and new TNA Knockouts champion, Angelina Love.
Wait a minute. Outside interference by the beautiful people? How does he know that's a member of the beautiful people? He's got a freaking black helmet on her head.
Well, I guess the situation here is he's awarding the title to Angelina because he's assuming that it's either Velvet Sky or Lacey Von Erich, and he doesn't want to be shown up.
Assume? You don't want to assume. You know what happens when you assume? Yeah. But the Madison just lost the title, and whoever that is on that motorcycle, Madison's obviously friends with her. Well, she likes him.
Yeah, the mysterious figure. Oh, we got a Velvet Sky or Lacey Von Erich with Madison. Leave the Impact Zone on the motorcycle, and you're right, it's celebration.
In 2005, the Dudleys and the WWE decided to part ways.
TNA, 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 TNA.
I hear the music. What's going on? You hear the music? Who can it be?
Bound for Glory was freaking awesome, man.
I wanted me and
Bound for Glory was
splitting
such a
up
great
to have a
pay-per-view.
real story, to have real depth, to have real meaning.
Mike Santana winning the championship was so meaningful. It came across so good. I just really appreciated that moment with Mike Santana and his daughter as he gave the title to his daughter.
The Dudley Death Drop, the 3D. Nobody had ever kicked out of the 3D.
Look, look. Here it is. 3D. That's it, baby. Here's 1, 2, chance. What the heck?
Probably the most protected finish in all of pro wrestling history.
Has anybody ever kicked out of 3D?
No. I mean, not for
15 freaking years.
I've never seen that.
1, 2,
3.
Chris Sabin kicks out. Shock. Nobody has ever kicked out of the 3D. And that shock led to Team 3D losing the match.
Guns go for the double team again and out of the neck breaker from Sabin. It's the crossbody by Shelley. Sabin quick cover. Sabin leg hook. Brother Ray shoulders are down. And the Guns keep the title.
Next week at TV, Bubba and Devon say their official goodbyes. Bubba and Devon high five and they hug. Devon turns his back to Bubba and Bully is born. I was cultivating and introducing Bully Ray to the world. And Bully Ray's run in TNA speaks volumes for the way we set the table and the way the entire story played out.
I remember thinking it was so cool to see Bully Ray and the reinvention that the man Bubba Ray Dudley did. It's so hard to split away and become a singles guy in many capacity because a lot of people they yearn to see you with your tag team partner. There's so many people that yearn to see Bubba and Devon together. So many people that yearn to see the Hardys together. You know, not just like, you know, here's Matt Hardy or here's Jeff Hardy. But I just remember thinking, my God, he has done such a great job, Bully Ray, of like dialing in on this, creating this Bully Ray character, perfecting it, and making people learn to hate it. People didn't think of him necessarily as a Dudley. They thought of him as Bully Ray, and it led to him becoming the champion.
I worked with Bully a lot, man, with the Aces and Eights thing. And I mean, he was like this leader of a motorcycle gang. I was like, whoa, where did this come from? It's so cool to see somebody go out on their own and do something different.
I'm sure there are people with Bryan Cranston that will always see him as Walter White, as Heisenberg. There are people that will look at Michael C. Hall and they will always see him as Dexter and kind of typecast him right into this role. I've always been appreciative, I think, of that because it always gives us something to do. It's always something that is exciting. Even when Jeff and I split apart, whenever we have these individual solo runs, I know it's going to be even bigger when we come back together.
The legacy of the Dudleys is this. We're the most decorated tag team of all time. End of sentence, period.
I got 4 boys, older. I got my 2 daughters and then my youngest son. So they don't really know what's going on, but the older ones do. You know, so I have to try to plant the seed in the younger ones that, you know, Daddy made something of himself. You know, he's in history, he's Hall of Fame, so you name it, Daddy did it. And you can only go so far with that before the kid goes, okay, Dad. And we want our family and friends and people that were there with us since day one to know that it wasn't easy.
That handshake between two men, between two athletes, in this case, these four legends, that means more than ink ever can.
These two teams went out there and created history like no other.
What are you expecting to see on this big last match? What are you expecting?
That I wish that I can go with him on the stage. And I think it's gonna happen.
You gonna fight for me?
Yes.
You get in the ring and beat him up?
Yes.
And then help we do a 3D?
Yes.
That's my princess.
Well, I did see a video of my dad where one time he was like climbing up a ladder to get the belt and he was doing his dances. I really liked it. It was really cool.
It's so cool to see a version of yourself. And as far as me and having two daughters, to see pretty much like the female version of you, it's super cool to like experience that every day. And I'm just so blessed.
I love the impact that he has on many, many people. You know, fans will come up and just bawl their eyes out and say how much he's helped them. And I just think that's such a surreal feeling to think, you know, how can my dad help somebody through God knows what they've been through. And it's really cool to see those interactions happen in person and how much of an influence he's had on people over all these years.
The arena waits in silence. A storm swelling in the air.
To be remembered as guys that went out there and gave it all they had. You know, childhood dream stuff that came true and beyond my expectations.
Every heartbeat echoing like thunder.
I couldn't tell you what the emotion will be like before, during, and after the match, because then that would be planned emotion, and I despise planned emotion.
No hesitation. No second thoughts. Only the weight of destiny pressing down. Every step toward the ring. Every breath before the fight. It all leads here.
For the people that are diehard fans, for their
What's
fans,
going
it's
on?
the end of an era. You see this, and when we advertise it one final time,
The crowd doesn't see the sacrifice. They don't hear the doubts. They only feel the eruption when it all begins.
We plan on doing things on that night that make people feel something. I don't know what that something is going to be.
The stage is set. The fight inevitable. The moment unforgettable.
But if things go the way I think they're going to go,
I knew you'd come.
Out of nowhere in the 3D!
And in Boston, the city of champions, glory is all that remains.
you, and everybody watching right now, you'll have a tear down your face. And that will be real emotion.
The Hardys. Team
3D. My brother, testify.
For everything they've done.
Daddy's not doing it anymore. So you don't have to worry, okay? Daddy's done.
Everything they've built.
And
a quarter of a century of a rivalry. It's something that has defined myself and my brother. Team 3D and the Hardys have defined one another for so long.
Tonight was about more than tables or wins.
Another great memory. It was exactly what I envisioned for the final match between the Hardys and the Dudleys. And I think the proof is in the emotion of the audience.
It was about respect.
They say what we do in life echoes in eternity. While the halls of wrestling history have been reverberating with the sound of screaming crowds and splintering tables for over 25 years, thanks to Team 3D.
About legacy.
From trampolines in Cameron, North Carolina, to death-defying WrestleMania moments, to revolutionizing the industry over and over again here in TNA. Matt and Jeff Hardy's legacy will live forever. This is the moment we have all been waiting for.
About two teams that changed the game.
Two of the most decorated tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. We will never be here again. For the last time. One final table.
One last time.
I woke up at 2:30 a.m. last night, could not get back to sleep. And then I finally got up around 5:30 after tossing and turning, going, I'm not going to be able to sleep until this match is over.
I did too.
And that was, I was so deprivated throughout the day. And I got a little bit of an adrenaline rush from the match, but so emotional.
Good evening. How are you doing? How are you doing?
The NXT and TNA World Championship.
How are you doing?
Jeff the Hardys.
Falling out there and just looking at them in pain and hurting and just thinking about how much longer we got, and just the unknown. My family, everything was just rushing through my mind. But we're just so blessed to be where we are and to be here in TNA, where we can, we're shining, man.
There are certain moments in this industry that you see and you'll just never forget them. We're always going to remember where we were when this happened. We had an anticipation that this was going to be something that lived forever. Team 3D, the Dudleys, Bubba and Devon, we got our chance to say goodbye. It's not about my words. It's what fans thought about it. When the largest crowd in TNA Bound for Glory history is chanting, "Thank you, Dudleys. Thank you, Team 3D." Yes, the best words I can come up with are, thank you. Thanks for enjoying the story.
Tonight was very special. We're going to close the final chapter in the final table the way we wanted to, by going out and rocking the house, having a record attendance here, setting records. TNA white hot right now in this amazing resurgence, and we're just very proud to be part of it.
You know, I had a 33-year career, loving everything I did, making history,
I will be remembered in this business. For those that showed the love, thank you. 33 years, I couldn't ask for a better career. Thank you so much.
History has been rewritten. Mike Santana, from the struggle to the summit, captured the TNA World title in a night that defined his destiny. Up next, we will feel all the emotion of the new TNA Wrestling World Champion, Mike Santana.
Here we go. TNAmerch.com. I hear myself.
Who would have thought that it would be Eddie Edwards bleeding in this match and not Tommy Dreamer?
Remember, it was Eddie Edwards who went to Philadelphia. He went to the arena. He attacked Tommy Dreamer, and it's all led to this. House of Hardcore rules, anything goes, live at Slammiversary.
Yeah, got brought into Dreamer's own match, and look at it.
Oh! Good night.
He asked for it, he got it.
Why isn't he going for the cover?
Because Dreamer is insane. Dreamer wants to make a statement. Dreamer wants to do to Eddie Edwards what Eddie Edwards did to him at House of Hardcore.
Fuck him up, Dreamer. Fuck him up. Come on, Dreamer. Fuck him up.
Dreamer going upstairs.
Dreamer. Fuck him up.
Territory for the veteran.
Look at Tommy Dreamer. And Eddie Edwards strikes with a kendo stick to the knee.
And Dreamer now in a precarious position on the top rope.
A bloodied Eddie Edwards is screaming at everyone here in attendance.
Dreamer almost falling over backwards. That knee might be gone.
You don't talk to my wife, Tommy. You don't talk to my wife.
Tommy just wanted to help. There he goes. Gonna go for oh! Downstairs goes Dreamer.
Tommy's got him up.
Spicoli driver coming, maybe.
Tommy connects.
Oh, God.
Super Death Valley driver cover by
That's it. That's all. He's out. I cannot believe that Eddie Edwards kicked out of that move.
I'm really excited for my dad's match. He's very special to me. I just really appreciate everything he's done and all that he went through just to be here now. He's gone through a lot. Like, a lot.
It wasn't just about winning a title.
Coming in as someone that people had no expectations, then almost 10 years later, I'm the world champion.
For Mike Santana, it was about redemption.
Happy? He gets to live an amazing life because of this.
To stand in the ring, and it was very special because this was his big night, and I got to experience that special night.
About proving that every setback,
A poor Puerto Rican kid from the projects, bro, had a dream and the balls to chase it.
and I'm here with that.
Every roadblock,
Mike Santana walking his way to the ring through the crowd, the people who brought him to the dance, the people who still represent where he came from. That is Mike Santana to the soul, to the heart.
The loud and proud Boricua, sporting Taino war paint, which is of the indigenous natives of Puerto Rico. He carries that with him everywhere he goes. It has been nearly 2 decades of grinding in this business of professional wrestling. But when Mike Santana says it's been a lifetime of fighting, he means it. From the streets of New York to the main event of Bound for Glory.
every fight,
Santana face first into the post.
After a shot like that, Trick can take his time.
And Mike Santana's busted wide open.
was worth it.
Look out! Oh, a trick shot! No! Trick shot! Not like this! Oh, Santana kicked out!
The heartbeat of the man who represents the heart of TNA is still beating.
Santana caught him out of midair!
He's not done yet!
Spin the block! Spin the block!
This is it!
Santana the cover! It's as real as it gets!
In a city built on champions, he earned his place among them. As the new face of TNA Wrestling, his journey has only just begun.
Mike Santana conquers all and Bound for Glory!
And maybe more importantly, he gets to look his daughter in the eye and say, Poppy did it.
Santana gets to hand the TNA World Championship to his daughter Ariana. What a tribute.
A warrior fights for a cause. A father lives for his child.
La vida de la sorpresa, sorpresa te da la vida, ay Dios. America. Everybody that I worked with from the moment I stepped foot back in here, this don't happen without all of you. So I want to give my appreciation to each and every one of you that got me here. We're only as good as the people that we're out there with. And you guys helped me get here. So thank you guys. Let's continue building it. Let's continue rocking the world. We got their back on this.
Mike Santana is synonymous with TNA, and TNA is synonymous with Mike Santana, and that's going to be forever. I am the very first Puerto Rican TNA
What is that? What are you
World
looking
Champion.
at?
The first
What'd you say?
ever Boricua,
Looking at.
Puertorriqueño.
What am I looking at?
Nobody
I'm looking at
be able to take that
TNA Fade to Black. It's about a documentary about Bound for Glory.
Papi, yo soy el número uno. I'm going to take it in. I like to be very humble. And I like to give everybody else the credit. And I like to be like, yo, thank you and thank you. No, mother, thank me. The Pedro Morales, the Savio Vega, the Familia Colon. Aside from them, the Amazing Reds, the Homicide, the Low Keys, the Spanish announce team, Divine Storm, all the Latinos, all the Puerto Ricanos that came before me, forever. Whoever is coming at me, whoever is stepping foot to this out there, you better come with the same fire, the same passion, the same fight.
There's a load up coming up. I'm gonna see what it is.
This. I came from this to this.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
Over my dead body, I'm gonna allow anybody from anywhere. I don't care what 3 letters you represent.
Leland.
They'll come correct.
Tonight, the life lights didn't just shine, they burned. Every match, every moment, every soul that stepped into that ring left a mark that won't fade.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Champions, challengers, believers. Bound for Glory wasn't just a night of wrestling. It was a revelation. Every fall, every scar, every tear. This is what it takes to build a legacy. Because tonight wasn't just about titles. It was about identity. About who still believes. And who still bleeds. TNA Wrestling. We saw generations collide. We saw passion reignite. We saw a company built on heart and heritage stand tall. As it always has. TNA Wrestling is the heartbeat of professional wrestling. Unfiltered, undeniable, unstoppable. This is TNA Wrestling. And if tonight proved anything, it's that the story is still being written. The next chapter starts now. Heart, pride, legacy. Mike Santana and Trick Williams gave it all for the TNA World title, a battle etched in history. After the break, an encore presentation of the main event that changed the landscape of TNA Wrestling forever.
And that's before the fee started putting up on the price. They're all
Velvet Sky, bringing the fight to Jade. And there's Marty and Rebel.
A very surprising mover. I just didn't expect Velvet to go into
a preemptive strike.
Preemptive strike, Josh? I know that's your favorite word, but come on, man. That was just a dumb move.
It's a 3-on-1 beatdown here, a mugging from the dollhouse. What's this? It's Angelina Love. Madison Rain.
Oh, boy, Josh. I don't know what to make of this.
Madison Rain and Angelina Love and Velvet Sky are taking on the dollhouse.
Do you see what's going on, man?
Yes, I do.
I got chills on my body. This is the dollhouse. Against, are the beautiful people back?
And a stunner.
A number one stunner, Dad.
By Velvet Sky on Jade. What are we witnessing here on Wednesday? Wednesday Night Impact.
Oh, my phone fell down. My phone fell down.
But it looks like playtime's over. And it looks like the dollhouse just met the edgy, badass, new and improved, beautiful people.
I'm so giddy. They're back.
Bella.
The action of TNA Wrestling is back with 3 consecutive nights from November 13th through the 15th at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida, presented by Tixer. Then we wrap up 2025 in El Paso, Texas from December 5th through the 7th. The ticket pre-sale is live now, and the general on sale begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern at TNAWrestling.com. Trick Williams wants to make sure that paycheck cashes one more time as TNA World Champion.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. And is for the TNA World
Championship.
Introducing first, the challenger from the Bronx, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Mike
Santana. And his opponent.
I'm gonna beat your ass like you the Boston Red Sox.
Welcome to the stream.
And I'm taller than you, 6'4", weighing in at a 255 pounds.
Welcome to the stream.
The greatest TNA champion of all time. The man responsible for every ass in the seat tonight. Oh, thank you. And Santana's all over Trick. This match hasn't even officially begun. Santana's lost it. And Trick Williams, I know he's got that scumbag lawyer of his at ringside, but he's trying to walk away from Mike Santana. And you know Trick will use anything in the book he can, literally any book that has any rule to get him out of this. He ain't getting out of this ass whooping from Mike Santana, but the match, it's not official yet. This is just a fight, and this is what Mike Santana does best. There's no doubt about it. I'm putting money on Mike Santana in a street fight, but that's not what this is. Mike has got to be careful here. Now Trick Williams finding an opening here. Again, the match is not officially underway for the TNA World Championship. Trick Williams able to hop the barricade. This, what the hell, spilling out into the TNA fans here. Oh, with a trash can, Santana able to block it. This thing is broken down before it started. Now Mike Santana and Trick Williams battling here in the Songa Center in Lowell, Massachusetts. Amidst the largest North American crowd ever assembled for a TNA wrestling event. Ooh!
If you just walk back into the room, folks, make no mistake, this is not a street fight happening. This is just the rage, the pain, the anger coming out of Mike Santana for the months and months of torture that Trick Williams has given him.
And the referee showing a lot of leniency. Obviously,
here they come.
The match is not officially begun, considering the gravity of this, our main event. The referee following the combatants and trying to get them into the ring. And now Santana dumping Trick.
And it's hot-blooded passion.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Trick Williams with a title belt right between the eyes of Santana. And now back inside the ring, finally. And the referee knows he's got to check on Mike Santana to see if he can go. Santana says, ring the damn bell. There it is. The Trick kick. Santana able to kick out.
And that was what I was worried about, though, Tom. With the anger, with that passion of Santana. He ended up paying for it. Like it or not, this could be it.
Hook to both legs. Santana's still in this. Trick Williams trying to end this thing as quickly as possible.
Williams weathered the storm and counted on Mike Santana. Getting too upset. Getting hot-headed. And Trick Williams made him pay for it.
We've seen how Trick Williams has survived against the likes of Joe Hendry, Elijah, Moose. He will cut any corner.
He even tried getting out of defending the title at all, invoking that aforementioned lawyer, making sure he had to wait at least 50 days. Well, those days are up. We are here in the main event, bound for glory.
Williams ducking these shots. Oh, double shot right to the throat. Snap there by Trick Williams. Big spin kick. Rips into the neck breaker. Mike Santana's got to weather this storm. Is he still alive? Yes, able to kick out.
And since this match has officially begun, it has been all Trick Williams.
Remember how it's Slammiversary, that triple threat match between Hendry, Santana, and Trick. Santana had that one after he hit spin the block on Hendry, but Trick had been feigning an injury during the matchup. He tossed Santana out of the ring and stole the matchup, retained his championship. The last time he went one-on-one with Santana, he had help from AJ Francis.
Dominate, you can pull every trick. You do not slap a man like Mike Santana in the face and live to tell the tale.
And now Santana lighting up Trick Williams. Oh, Santana sent hard to the outside and a rough landing for the realist.
Hey, check this out. A great flurry there from Santana, but Trick Williams.
A double-head takedown. Santana's in trouble.
Watch out.
Oh, Santana face first into the post.
And Trick Williams, just like that, turns the matchup around in his favor once again.
Mike Santana is in trouble. And Trick Williams rolls back inside the ring, resetting the 10 count.
After a shot like that, Trick can take his time.
Oh, God. Oh. And Mike Santana's busted wide open. Oh!
Blood, sweat, and tears all coming out in this one.
This will be over at 10 o'clock, just so you know.
Trick Williams. Again, this is not a street fight,
oh,
folks.
Dear God. Trick Williams is trying to end Mike Santana. Dear God.
Nearly took his head off.
Oh, Superman forearm off of the steps.
This one turning into absolute bedlam.
Got a 4 from the referee. Santana goes spine first into the steel.
Nasty landing for the realist.
Mike Santana has conquered everything in his path. Can he endure this?
Watch this. The double stop. It allows for Pentagon Jr. Fear factor spiked. And Santana kicked out at 2. Phoenix has one good arm.
Look at the left arm of Phoenix.
Pentagon Jr. puts on the brakes.
Nothing wrong with Phoenix's feet, though, as he and Penta hit the double super.
Phoenix starting to climb yet again. Pentagon Jr. setting up the chairs on the other side of the ring. The chairs that haven't been mangled yet. Phoenix is perched and waiting.
Trying to finish again.
Ooh, awkward landing. Santana. He's got Penta up.
Oh, Lord.
Just destroyed that chair.
Look at the chair. It's mangled.
Look at the body of Pentagon Jr.
Mangled as well.
Phoenix hung up on the top rope.
Penta's hurt.
Crowd starting to stir. They sense something.
I think Penta caught that chair right between the legs.
Yeah, he's down.
We want ladders in Toronto, Josh.
They're going to get their wish. Pentagon Jr. being taken out by Ortiz. That ramp gets slippery.
It really is. That ramp has like a metal floor to it.
That may be the best thing that's happened to Pentagon Jr. As LAX rearranged the table.
Pentagon and Phoenix have taken inhuman amounts of punishment. Look at that left arm of Phoenix just hanging there.
Phoenix may be forced to watch as his brother is taken out. Look at Phoenix perched up, walks the top rope. My God!
Spanish fly through the table on the ramp. Momentum changed again.
He catwalked the top rope and did this. My God, that was incredible. Will that be the move that saved the championship for the Lucha Brothers?
Trick Williams continues to lay into Mike Santana, but I talked about the frustration earlier on. Mike Santana is one of the toughest outs we've ever seen. At what point does that emotion overwhelm Trick Williams?
Mike Santana is the answer to the question, how much more do you have left? And Trick Williams is finding that out firsthand.
Cutter.
Buck 50. Santana, foot on the gas. Outlined in chalk. The OIC.
Now Santana's starting to boil. Santana's starting to roll.
Cannonball. Out Santana trying to win the
1,
world
2, kick
championship.
out.
Trick able to kick out. Remember, it's been months that Mike Santana has been thinking about one thing. Hit and spin the block on Trick Williams and taking his head clean off.
As he stands to his feet here, how apropos
that traditional Puerto Rican war paint, if you will, is now replaced by his own blood, the wound of war. As Santana looks to the sky.
What a battle this has already been. Now Mike Santana going up top. There's Trick Williams, however. Trick was lying in wait. Oh, Santana sends spine first into the hardest part of the ring.
Absolute nasty landing for Santana.
9:50, 10 more minutes.
And now Trick sending Santana
Into the ring
center
post again.
Second time that's happened to Santana in this match. There's Mike Santana's daughter, Ariana. Trick Williams talking trash with her bloody thumb her feet away.
Oh, truly adding insult to injury, another level of insult.
Who's your daddy now? Who's your daddy now? Yeah.
Oh! And Mike Santana over the top. My father, I've done it.
You beat me to it. Do not mess with a Santana.
And now Trick Williams sent back into the ring. Santana motivated, trying to move forward. Uphill kick right to the head by Santana. Powerbomb.
1, 2, kick out.
Oh, Trick Williams out at 2. What a scene in the main event of Bound for Glory. One of the biggest matches in TNA history. Up onto the shoulders again. Mike Santana dumping Trick.
Look out below.
Oh, 50! Cover! Come on, my God! A kick out by Williams.
You know, Santana's not kidding around when he busts out that 450 splash, but still not enough to put Trick Williams away.
Reminiscent of his days in LAX. Watch this again, a thing of beauty
Nice.
from a man his size.
Mike Santana pulling every tool out of the toolbox to defeat Trick Williams.
Hell? Trick Williams' lawyer, who we saw earlier on in the night.
One of several, apparently.
Oh, now Trick using the distraction and a kick out. Oh, went for spin the block. Trick standing Uranagi.
Now following up.
Trick over another one.
The TNA champ sticking it to Mike Santana here.
And now Trick Williams is going up top. We have not seen this much from Trick. Oh, and a boot right to the head.
That could have been a knockout shot. Fighting in the high rent district here. Wait a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and Uranagi off of the top. To retain. Mike Santana won't quit. Mike Santana's still in this, and Trick Williams is going for his TNA World Championship.
He's ready to lose it. Willing to do whatever it takes, apparently.
I asked the question, when will the frustration overwhelm Trick Williams?
He'd be more than happy to take a DQ at this point.
If he uses the belt, he'll get disqualified. On swinging it at Santana. Santana to the cover. Trick able to kick out.
Wait, another roll-up, though.
Santana trying to surprise him in a kick out.
Keeping Trick on his feet by keeping him off his feet.
Whoa, went for a spin the block. There's Santana to meet him. Off of the ropes. Oh, trick kick. Spin the block.
Got him.
Spin the block. Cover. Oh, my God. Trick Williams kicked out. Into a cover.
Are you kidding me?
Cover. Santana's still alive.
How?
No one is kicked out of spin the block since Mike Santana's return to TNA roughly a year and a half ago.
Santana put everything into that one. Maybe not enough to get the cover he wanted. Either way, this battle continues.
You knew that was free. Oh, wait a minute. There's a lawyer.
You understand me?
Trick Williams' lawyer arguing with the referee, and Santana's had enough of it.
I know, Mike, but don't get distracted now.
Spin the block.
Look out, look out!
Oh, and a trick shot.
No!
Trick shot. Not like this. Oh, Santana kicked out.
The heartbeat of the man who represents
It's like the fourth time I've watched this
is
match.
still beating.
Santana's looking at his little girl, Ariana, in the corner.
He knows what he's fighting for. He knows
What?
who he's fighting for.
What'd you say?
I said I was with you when you watched it the first time.
Mike Santana taking that motivation, trying to persevere, back up on his feet, went for a trick shot. Oh, went for a spin the block. Hold on a second, went for another Uranagi.
Back and forth.
Santana caught him out of midair.
He's not done yet.
Spin the block. Spin the block.
1, 2, 3.
Mike Santana persevered. And there is the TNA president, Carlos Silva. And now finally, the TNA World Championship belongs to Mike Santana.
And maybe more importantly, he gets to look his daughter in the eye and say, Poppy did it.
Santana gets to hand the TNA World Championship to his daughter, Ariana. What a tribute. Mike Santana is the first Puerto Rican TNA World Champion. He has brought our championship home from the clutches of NXT's Trick Williams.
He did it for his daughter. He did it for his family in attendance tonight and watching back home in New York. He did it for his heritage, for his city.
A warrior fights for a cause. A father lives for his child. Mike Santana lives to fight and to make his daughter proud. And he has made every single one of us here at TNA Wrestling more proud than words can say.
Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path to leave a trail. Thank you for joining us tonight at Bound for Glory.
All right, folks, that'll be it for tonight.